Amendment religious rights.
That's
It's
what
our
it says.
religious right not to have our kids vaccinated.
You know, I mean,
It works.
I
Do
took
it.
my kid
Write
out
a
of
letter.
hospital right after he was born. Oh yeah, I took my kid right out because I got into a big battle. With the hospital. My son was born. I'm getting a little bit tired, but when my son was born, I was in the room with him and my wife, my girlfriend really, and when he was born, the nurse said, and I wanted him to be on my wife's breast, you know, and bond right away. And the nurse came and said, all right, listen, we have to put something in his eye, silver oxide or something. And so we want to take your child to put the silver. I said, okay, I'll go with you. So I went with her, and we went to the floor upstairs, one floor up. And after they did what they had to do, I said, okay, let's go back downstairs. I want to put the baby with my wife. Oh, no, we can't go back down. Once you're up here, you can't go back downstairs again. So what do you mean? I said, I want my baby with my son, with my wife. No, you can't do that. I said, okay, then I'm going to bring my wife up here, you know, on the gurney. I said, you can't do that either. I said, what do you want to do? I want to put your child in the room with all the other kids, you know, with the bright lights on and everything. So I said, that's not acceptable to me as a father.
Nice.
And so I went upstairs to see the head of the hospital, some woman, and I tell her my feelings. I said, sorry, I can't help you. Those are the rules of the hospital. See, I'm this child's father. It's my law, it's my rules that count, not yours. Do you understand that? And I'm going to go downstairs and bring my wife up to the next floor and put her with my son. So as I'm leaving, she calls up security. And I go downstairs to see my wife on the second floor. And I put on one of those green aprons around it, you know, over my side, a suit and tie on. And I put one of those things on. And I'm wheeling her to the elevator. And I get to the elevator, and in the elevator are 6 big bruisers, you know, who are looking for me. Then they don't know that's me. Right? And they're going to the 3rd floor, and they're talking in the elevator. How some crazy guy is going to take his kid out of the, what's that called in that room called? The nursery. Out of the nursery. So as they get out of the elevator, I say, by the way, guys, I'm the crazy guy, you know? And I proceed to take Heidi into a room. I just put her into a room that was empty. And now I go out, and I go to the nursery to get my kid. And when I get there, these 6 big guys are there, you know? They look like the guys in the movie at the IRS building who try to stop me. And they said, listen, you can't go in there. I said, I'm going in there. They said, you can't do that. We have to stop you. I said, okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to go back to the room where Heidi is. And my child's not in my hands. In 5 minutes, I'm going in there. The nurse comes into the room a few minutes later. Says, Mr. Russo, you have to understand the rules of the hospital. And I said, no, you have to understand the rules that I'm the child's father. And I'm in charge, you're not. And I want my child with his mother. I don't want him in a room with bright lights on with a bunch of screaming children to be the way he walks into this world. I want him sucking on my wife's breast and being comfortable and warm. And, you know, she said, you can't do that. I said, okay, then I'll go out there and go into the room. She said, wait, don't go out there yet. Don't do anything. She comes back 5 minutes later. She says, listen, we can't let you do it. I said, okay, I'm going out now. And I said, I'm going to tell you one more thing. Those guys might stop me, but I suggest you do something. She said, what's that? I suggest you move all those children away from the class that they look into.
Wow.
Because they may stop me, but I guarantee you, people may be going through that glass. And I wasn't a little guy, you know, and I was strong. I said, people will be flying through that glass. So start moving the children so they don't get hurt. And then we'll see what happens. You know? She says, you would do that? I said, I'm going to get my child. It's your responsibility to move the children. I'm giving you advance warning. Okay? I am giving you advance warning. She came back 5 minutes later with my child.
Woo!
You know? And that's what it is in life. You have to stand up for your rights, what you believe in. And then I checked out, as soon as the baby came to my wife, you know, I was out of there. Screw the vaccinations. You know, screw it all. You know, you have to stand up for what you believe in. And you have to do what's right. And you can't let these government institutions dictate to you how you live your life. That's the point. It's your life. It's your children. You see the judge the other day told some kid who was a 16-year-old, 17-year-old kid who was getting sick on chemotherapy and cancer, and he didn't want to take it anymore. And the judge says to the parents, we're going to put your child into custody of the state, and we're going to give him chemotherapy even if he doesn't want it and you don't want him to have it. Whose life is it? You have a right to decide for yourself what you want to take. How does the FDA have a right to tell you what medicines you can have? Now, I can understand if they said, well, we recommend this and we don't recommend that, and then you're free to do what you want. But don't tell me you're going to limit my choices. And that's why I went to Germany to get my own cancer treatment, because they didn't limit my choices. I was able to do the things look, I'm going to tell you something. I don't tell a lot of people again. Before I went to Germany, the surgeon in the States said I was hopeless and I was a dead man and to go get my papers together. Okay? I'm telling you now, I'll be here another 63 years.
Go, baby, go!
And the whole point is, you have to take responsibility for yourself. Don't listen to doctors blindly. Don't listen to teachers blindly. Think for yourself. Learn how to think. Stop being dumbed down. Stop watching that stupid damn television set with all the fake news. You understand? You have to learn how to think. That's what's critical. All right, I'm going to take one more question. Who haven't I asked? Who? Is there somebody? Haven't I spoken to you already? No? Have I spoken to you already? What's this? No. I don't have my glasses on. Oh, the store closes in 30 minutes. What? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to take one or two more questions. Then I'm going to turn the podium over to Bill and Cliff so they can talk to you as well. And I am getting tired. I just came through a cancer operation. And 38 stitches, folks.
Wow.
And can I take off my shirt? It's hot.
Sure. Why not?
You know I'm very serious, but I like to fool around. You understand that? I have a sense of humor. I like to fool around. Now, do me a favor. Everybody raise their hand who wants to ask a question who has not been addressed tonight. 1, 2, 3. You weren't addressed already?
No.
4. Okay. 5. You weren't addressed. You spoke before. Yeah.
Vaccination.
What?
I said something about the vaccination.
All right. 1, 2. Wait a second. This is going to take the next half hour. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's too many.
Not really your question.
Okay. You with the camera. What is it?
Okay, good. So, have you done any research on being a sovereign citizen? Do you know much about that subject?
I know that in America, all citizens are sovereign. Okay, so that's what I know. I mean, it may not function that way anymore, but that's how it's supposed to function. Next question. So I'm going to have to move through these quicker. Yes?
You talk about now watching the TV and all that jazz. There were people 10 years ago who knew about this. And
Sure.
Because they were reading Edward Griffin's book, Creature from Douglas Island, which
Right.
I read, and before I heard anything about this. Plus, I was getting on my...
Page said volume 1. Will it be a volume 2?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
There'll be volume 2 and a volume 3 and a volume... Until the last volume is going to be Freedom to Fascism, Back to Freedom. When we get that, that's when I'll stop.
So as an aspiring screenwriter, do you think I should just forget about